ability to link with the metal and metal, the similar, same metal. This enthalpy, higher enthalpy is due to the, again, smaller size, higher nuclear charge, which helps to bind the metal and metal with the stronger bond, that is higher, stronger metallic bond. Due to smaller size and higher nuclear charge. The metal and metal, that is metallic bond, is strong, that is it has high enthalpy of atomization. Next, the transition metal forms interstitial compound. First we have to know what are the interstitial compounds. The interstitial compounds are formed, that is compound which are formed by the trapping of smaller atom in the main lattice site of the element or metal. The transition during the, since the transition metals have small voids and there is the trapping of the smaller elements, that may be carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, etc. They form the interstitial compound. Again the question is asked, why they form interstitial compound? This is due to the presence of unpaired electron and vacant d orbital and higher nuclear charge. Next one is transition metal act as a catalyst. We know the property of catalyst, already studied in surface chemistry. They act as a catalyst. This is due to the variable oxidation state. Since the transition metal shows variable oxidation state, it shows that it acts as a catalyst due to variable oxidation state. Transition metal forms the alloy. The alloy is the homogeneous mixture of two or more metals, and metal or non-metals. Generally, the metals become similar in size. As you know, there is little difference in the size of the transition metals generally, and that's why they form the alloy. This is due to the similar in the radii. Now, we have to study about the two compounds, potassium dichromate and potassium permanganate, their preparation, property and reactions, uses also. First, potassium dichromate. How it is prepared? It is prepared from the chromite ore by treating with the sodium carbonate in presence of oxygen. The oxidizing agents are used to generate the oxygen, to create the oxygen. The chromite ore, the reaction, just I am writing here only the reaction part. It is asked, write the reaction of preparation of potassium dichromate. The reaction, potassium dichromate, preparation of potassium dichromate. Potassium dichromate is prepared by the chromite ore by treating with sodium carbonate in presence of oxygen to get the precipitate of sodium chromate. Sodium chromate is filtered off and is SD5 with the treated with the dilute hydrochloric acid to convert sodium dichromate. We get the sodium dichromate. Then sodium dichromate is treated with potassium chloride to get potassium dichromate. In this way, potassium dichromate can be prepared. Now, the properties of the potassium dichromate. Potassium dichromate is a powerful oxidizing agent in presence of sulfuric acid. We have to study some properties of potassium dichromate, that is oxidizing property of potassium dichromate. We write here the ionic reaction only. Potassium dichromate, that is dichromate ion 2 minus, that is here is potassium dichromate. If you remove this one, we get dichromate. Dichromate in presence of dilute sulfuric acid it acts as a oxidizing agent. So what will the ionic reaction first? Potassium dichromate, it is itself get reduced. So we can learn easily this reaction, dichromate, this one. So it is reduced into chromate ion. Then we can write the balance equation, 7 oxygen, it will be balanced here by 7, adding 7H2O. As we know, the oxygen is balanced in acidic medium by adding water. Then hydrogen is balanced by adding hydrogen ion. Here total hydrogen 7 into 2 14. So add here 14 hydrogen ion. Now balance the charge. Total number of charge 2 into 3 6. Here 14 plus minus 2, that is 12 plus. So it can be balanced by adding 6 electron. If you learn this one, we can easily learn the oxidizing property of the potassium dichromate. Ferrous ion into ferric ion, stannous into stannic, hydrogen sulfide into sulfur. Then how can we write its balance equation? Here we have seen there is requirement of 6 electrons, so we have to add right side 6 electron. This H2S into hydrogen ion. Now balance the charge. See, it can be here minus 1, so it will be minus 6 negative charge plus here 6 electron. So 6I minus, that will be 3I2. 6 into 2, 12 positive. Here 6 into 3, 18 positive. It is balanced by adding 6 electron. Then 3SN2, 3 into 2, 3, 3 into 2, 6, 3 into 4, 12. So it can be balanced by adding 6 electron. Then hydrogen sulfide, 3H2S, here it is 6 hydrogen ion. So both can be balanced by adding 6 electron. So here is 3 sulfur. If you know half of the reaction, ionic reaction, then we can add here. For example, what happens? The question is asked, what happens when ferrous sulfate is treated with the potassium dichromate in presence of sulfuric acid? So instead of writing the complete reaction, we can write this ionic reaction only. Taking these two, how can we write the reaction? Ferrous ion, that is Fe2 plus, reacts with potassium dichromate, write only the dichromate ion. This we have already knowing here, plus 14 hydrogen ion. It is converted into dichromate ion into chromate ion first, then 7H2O, ferrous ion into ferric ion, Fe3. We are knowing here 6 Fe, it will be 6. So this 6 electron and this electron both get cancelled. So this is the equation for the reaction of potassium dichromate with the ferrous sulfate solution. Now the effect of pH on chromate and dichromate ion. The chromate ion is converted into dichromate ion in acidic medium, and dichromate ion is converted into chromate ion in basic medium. This is chromate ion. When it is treated with the acid, it gets converted into dichromate. And dichromate ion, this one, when treated with the base, it gets converted into chromate ion. This is also important for some reactions. Now, the structure of chromate and dichromate. What will be the structure of chromate ion and dichromate ion? Both are tetrahedral. First, chromate ion. This is the structure of chromate ion. And the structure of dichromate, there is bridging between 2 with the 2 chromium with oxygen, 1 tetrahedral, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 tetrahedral, this is another tetrahedral. Cr2O7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 2 negative charges put here. So this is the structure of dichromate, this is structure of chromate. Dear children, I hope today you will be able to answer the certain reasoning questions based on these general study of the D block elements. You may note down some reasoning questions. First question, why zirconium and hafnium had similar chemical properties? Second one, zinc, cadmium and mercury is not considered as transition metal. Third, give reason, that is why transition metals act as catalyst, why transition metals have higher enthalpy of atomization, why transition metal forms alloy, why transition metal form complex ion, and some other type questions can be asked given the particular ion which is colored or colorless. So I hope you will be able to answer at least 2 to 3 marks from this area. Thank you.